Hey, what's going on? Pete Francis for Blues Rock Review with album releases for September 2017. And this month is absolutely loaded with album releases. And we'll kick things off with Gregg Allman's Southern Blood. And this is the final album from Gregg Allman, and it features 10 tracks, 9 of which are covers, except the very first track, the lead track, My Only True Friend, which is kind of a fitting track because this is a song about life and death. And if you want to check out Southern Blood, it drops September 8th. Black Country Communion is back this month with Black Country Communion 4, and this is an album a lot of people thought would never happen. Shortly after the release of their third album, Afterglow, the band broke up. Joe Bonamassa kind of did his own thing with his solo career. Glenn Hughes and Jason Bonham went and did California Breed, and then Glenn Hughes put out another solo album. And not a lot of people thought we were going to get back to this point where the band came back together, but they did come back together. And just how did that happen? Well, here's Glenn Hughes.
I just got inducted into the Hall of Fame, as you know. I was in New York, and Joe calls my hotel room and congratulates me, and he asks me when I'm coming home to LA, and I said, I'll be back on Tuesday. Can we get together for dinner? I said, of course we can. So we get together for dinner, and Joe wants to talk about making the new record. He'd apparently been listening to the catalog, and I think he was overwhelmed with the work we'd done. Mm-hmm. And I think he sensed that he had, I don't know, he just sensed that we needed to do some more work, you know. And he was coming from a place of love. It was nothing other than just, we got to get back together. It seems to be we haven't finished what we started, you know. So I said, I'm all about making some new music. When can we get together? So we set some time, and we got together in October of last year, and we said we'll come together at my house, and we'll write the whole record in my music room. And Joe showed up every day, 11 o'clock, and each day we wrote a new track, and we wrote a new track, and we wrote a new track, and we decided by day 3 that we were on the right path.
And obviously a lot of people are happy to see Black Country Communion back together. This album features 10 tracks, and it drops September 22nd. Jonny Lang returns this month with the release of Signs in North America, and this album was actually released in Europe last month. And one of the big questions for this album from a lot of people was, well, is Jonny Lang getting back to the blues? Is he getting back to more guitar? Well, hear from the man himself.
Well, if I had any sort of idea of what I wanted to do, it was just to, I guess maybe tip my hat a little bit to some of the older blues guys like Howlin' Wolf and Robert Johnson. Just that sound, just try to have a little bit more of a raw, unpolished, I guess, sound, and with the guitar tones and having guitar be a little bit more of a out in the forefront than maybe the last couple of records. But that's about it. We just pretty much wrote songs and, went in and played them, and it turned out how it turned out,
Having listened to the album already, I have to say it's definitely a much more rocking album. So if you're looking for that from Jonny Lang, you'll probably be pretty pleased. Signs drops September 8th. Simo's back this month with another new album, Rise and Shine, and this is their second album on the Mascot label group. And Simo's a power trio out of Nashville, Tennessee, fronted by J.D. Simo. And J.D. Simo is a fantastic guitar player, and this is a very experimental album. You got a lot of different styles on here. You've got a lot of funky stuff, you got some psychedelic stuff, you got some rock, and a little bit of blues sprinkled in there as well. So if you're looking for something with a lot of different styles, definitely check out this album. It comes out September 15th. Mike Brookfield is releasing his sophomore album this month titled Brookfield, and Mike Brookfield is a Dublin-based blues guitarist. He's appeared on the Blues Rock Review album sampler before, and we also premiered his new track Zombie Craze, which is off of this album, and you can stream that right now on bluesrockreview.com. And he's a great blues guitarist. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Eric Johnson in terms of his playing at times, but he's definitely a really underrated guitar player. He also has a really cool YouTube channel worth checking out with a lot of great blues guitar lessons, so if you're into that sort of thing, I would definitely check him out. Brookfield comes out September 22nd. That'll wrap up this edition of album releases. As always, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and thanks for watching.